Take action to approve assistant principal job description.
So moved.
Second.
By Dan, seconded by Paul. Any questions or comments on this job description?
My only concern regarding the job description is that it continues to say just within district, and I think that it's always good to also look outside of the district.
I would respond back that based on committee discussion, I changed the verbiage in the description from qualifications to desired qualifications. So if there wasn't someone within the district, we would look outside.
We personally have a program to encourage our teachers to move forward to administrative roles. We're paying for that, we are encouraging that, and I think the first place we should be looking is within our own district, if we can.
Further discussion?
I would concur with Paul.
Dawn, I see why you brought it up, but in the draft, I had changed the verbiage to desired, and I'm more than willing to do that on this too. So, sorry for the confusion on that.
So,
Basically, in response to Dawn's feedback at the committee level, and if you remember, Paul gave feedback about the quantity of years. You remember that? Okay, there were two pieces of feedback, but I done in response to that was instead of just stating qualifications, I put the word desired qualifications. It just didn't make it into the final copy here. So basically, there's more flexibility.
okay. What's it going to read?
In front of qualifications, it'll say desired qualifications.
Yes, qualifications.
Paul, is that your motion?
I will amend. Maybe put it in 7 years, so.
Oh, you lost my time.
Desired qualifications are being added.
I'll second the amendment.
Moved by Paul, seconded by Dan. Now, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Now it's unanimous. Take action to approve 2 part-time assistant principal positions.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Paul, seconded by Dan. Any comments or questions on that motion?
I think Doug, or not Doug, Paul had made several comments before, but this has been discussed a few times in committee level. I'm sorry, the person that came up before didn't go to the committee or watch it online, as it's available, and that had been discussed in long detail. The rationale behind this is we have great principals at current, but you cannot guarantee that you will have the same personnel 2 or 3 years down the line. So either you go out to the pool of prospective principals, if to say somebody would want to retire or something, then you're stuck going to a pool throughout the state, and you go through an extremely long process trying to derive the person you want. You've been down that road before and had issues, and not as a principal position, but other positions. And we are now back to the point of our district has a in-house process to promote from within for the administrative role. We fund higher dollar amount for the administrative schooling for these people that are already our employees. And like any good business, whether it be a for-profit or a non-profit, hiring and promoting from within when you have good employees is a great benefit to the organization. So I don't see an issue with this.
As I expressed in committee, at this time, I wonder about other options, looking at if and when any of our principals decide to retire at their own choosing, that we maybe look at a different setup of doing a mentoring program or something at the other end of their time, asking them to come and provide some time with the person who would be taking over in their job to provide support at the other end versus at this time.
There's also one thing that we haven't mentioned, that is the increased workload.
they're going to be having a lot more workload, that the principals are going to need help because of the education effectiveness mandate from our state. So you're going to need help. They aren't going to have enough time in the day to take care of everything. That was the other reason why we're looking at adding it part-time.
Originally, we were talking about one assistant principal, and then I was pleasantly surprised to hear that we were talking about splitting that one position among two people. So it's a half-time position for two people. So we're allowing two separate individuals to get the experience and the mentoring that really we would want to see before our principals retire. The intent is certainly to continue on with our great district and to bring up people within our organization for that, for those positions. I wholeheartely support this, and I especially appreciate having two part-time positions as opposed to one full-time. Maybe Mr. Yo can comment on how many people we have presently in that program?
There's approximately 10 district people in that program, and then there are just about a handful of other individuals that are not in that program but have their administrative certification.
If I were an employee in the district, I would like to see that those efforts are taken into account and that they are that there's some possibility of upward mobility. I think this is a great way to do that. I understand concerns of costs, and we certainly all on the board have been concerned with costs. This is something that we feel is important so that we can maintain our high level of administration.
Any further comments? Okay, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed say no.
No.
Passing it. Take action to approve the parent transportation agreement.
Also move.
Second.
Moved by Doug, seconded by Dan.
It's for a family to transport their children to a parochial environment. And in the past, we've always, we have an obligation to provide transportation, and the parent contract is most people willing to do that.
Any comments, questions? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Unanimous, Elaine? We will now entertain a motion to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute, section 19.85C.